Taste of Nashville. Brought to you by Omni Nashville and Lionel Trains with Devon O'Day and John Dwyer. And their guests, Brittany Austin, Emily Ham, Nigel Schnarr, Michelle Kennedy, Missy Acosta, and Devin Murphy.
Welcome in for a new episode of Taste of Nashville, live from the Omni Nashville Hotel. I'm Devon O'Day.
I'm John Dwyer. We have a theme, I think, if you could tell. It is hockey season once again. 26th year.
I can't believe, and you
How
and I.
did that happen?
I know, we were like OGs. I mean, we were the initial, like when they were coming to town.
The stories we can tell, and we will tell in this next hour or so on Taste of Nashville.
Some of them.
This is going to be good. Yeah, Fang fingers, right? There you go. All right. You know, when they do that is when the opposing team has a penalty, and then Fang fingers, and then you do that, and so.
I still think it's really cute because I don't have children, so I borrowed one from my church when I had great seats at the early Predators games, and they gave these things out. Well,
At church?
No, they gave these out at the game, and the kid that I borrowed was there, but it showed back up at church. And when we were singing the invitation at the end, it was like, and it's like, no, honey, take that off.
That doesn't, you don't bring that into church. And he went to confession, and all's well.
Yeah, it's all as well, all as well. But I thought it was a cute story, you know, the foam fangs, not for church anymore, but good to have at the game, right?
All right, we have opening night, I believe, October 10th.
October 10th,
that right? So we're right around the corner. So let's talk everything Predators, and we have our first guest.
Yes, Brittany Austin, and you are the VP of Marketing, which means you get all the cool stuff. You get to bring in all the Predators have the coolest novelties ever.
I loved your story about bringing them back because that was a giveaway, the Fang Fingers last year for our 25th anniversary, a throwback to the original days and a fan favorite. So thanks so much for having me. Excited to be here and talk about the return of hockey in Smashville.
You have 40, do I have this right? Is it still 41 home dates? Is that right? And it feels like every game has a theme, has a philanthropy type of tie to it. So where do you start, and how do you, because you know the reputation of this franchise, not only in Nashville, but around the NHL and pro sports. Every year you try to top yourself. And so how do you take us through a meeting of all right, what are we going to do this year?
Sure. This year we actually have a lot of fun in store. We are really focusing this year on Music City hockey in Smashville, and that kind of being a core part of who we are, right? There are not many hockey teams that can claim the backyard of Broadway, the great celebrity and artists that are in our building all the time. And so for this year, really want to kind of celebrate our hometown and our identity in Music City and talk a lot about Music City hockey in Smashville. So really excited about things that have rolled out over the last couple of weeks, including our Music City bobblehead series.
I love bobbleheads. I love them.
If you guys have seen that, but as an honor to our kind of identity, we're going to be doing a Music City hockey bobblehead series, which is going to feature some of our famous Preds friends, like artists. We've got Tim McGraw, Keith Urban, Vince Gill, and Amy Grant, and as well as somebody I'm really excited about, Jelly Roll.
A Jelly Roll bobblehead, that's the one I want.
Right.
I definitely want that one.
I definitely got a lot of text messages when the announcement came out asking for some Jelly Rolls and many of them to be kind of publicized. So really excited about that and the way that it helps us celebrate kind of our identity here.
Now tell about the free t-shirt. Okay, October 10th is going to be the big deal. You know, you show up. How do we get the free t-shirt?
Come to the game. All 20,000 fans that come into the arena that night will get a gold t-shirt. It's called our Music City Hockey Tour t-shirt. It's got schedule on the back, this really cool illustration for the front, really trying to play into that Music City Hockey kind of theme. And so starting off the season with a tour shirt. Gold, of course, it's our first gold game of the season. It'll be amped up energy, higher level of entertainment, and we like to say we throw the best parties, hockey parties in Smashville, right? From other games that you go to. And so opening night's going to be a kickoff of what will hopefully be a great season.
You're so right. I don't know anything about hockey, but it's the most fun thing it's the only major league sport I like to go to because it's so much fun. The music is incredible. Do you still have the thing that flies around and drops prizes and stuff?
We do not have the blimp.
See, that was so much fun.
You just dated yourself because that was 1998 where they had the tiger flying around.
But I don't know if this will get me in trouble, so maybe I'll double check this. But we might be exploring if that could make a return.
That would be great.
We were on the meld,
I had great seats for the inaugural season. I sat next to Terry and Sheila. Well, Terry was up in the broadcast booth. Sheila Crisp, and they would drop these coupons, and we're in these beautiful seats. And you would have thought they were dropping $100 bills. People were scrapping. I'm like, people were going over the seats trying to get these things. So it was kind of a fun. And then they shot the T-shirts and the poke an eye out and all that stuff.
We still got the T-shirt cannons. We don't aim at people anymore, but we still got the. Lots of
lawyers got involved and they decided it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Theme nights. Got to hit that before we get out of here. Theme nights. I love that.
Yes. We have several theme nights all throughout the year. Some that you have seen before in terms of Halloween, our 90s night, our Kids Day, of course. We always have our foundation cause nights, Hockey Fights Cancer, that raises money for the community.
Star Wars
is a cult classic and a favorite. We got a new fun jersey to go. My brother is actually a hockey fan and a Star Wars nerd, so I always vet the jersey that goes with the package by him for approval, nerd approval. So we got a good jersey for that. And then another thing that's a little bit unique for this season is our community nights that we usually do. Pride, Black community, API, and Hispanic heritage are all going to live under that Music City theme, and they're going to be music heritage nights. So for those games, the jersey designs that are going to be created and the experience will be built out of the music, inspired by the music from those communities. So a little bit of a different spin on our normal nights there, but really excited to celebrate that. And again, just hockey in Music City and here in Smashville and the things that make us special.
All right, I'm going to put you on the spot. We've got about 30 seconds. Of all the ideas that come together in your group meetings, and you're saying, we have 41 opportunities, are there some that got rejected? Like what didn't make the cut? You got anything you want to share? Probably not, but is there just something so crazy out there? But you guys are willing to try anything.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's hard to get a no around here.
Yeah, it is.
To be honest, because it's
and I'm so glad. Bring back the foam fangs.
Fan appreciation night. You might see a version of this that is not a fang finger, but is a catfish. So.
Oh, okay.
All right, Brittany Austin, thank you for being our guest. Hey, when we come back, we're going to talk about Zambonis and all things hockey at Nashville Predators. Do you have your tickets? Have you made your hockey plans?
You're gonna poke an eye out. I worry about you. Just put that down, okay?
I like it.
I know you do. We'll be back with more on Taste of Nashville Predators Special Edition when we come back.
Welcome to the Omni Nashville Hotel. Urban elegance with a vintage touch. Our 800-room hotel opened up in the fall of 2013 with 746 guest rooms and 54 suites.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 124-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit LionelNashville.com or call 615-455-9399.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
He shoots and he scores!
Welcome back to Taste of Nashville, along with Devon O'Day. I'm John Dwyer. We want to have a special thanks for Omni Hotel.
Yes, celebrating their 11th birthday as of right now. Yes, isn't that cool? Happy birthday, Omni.
26 years for the Predators, about to begin their NHL season. 26 years, and we've been walking down memory lane. When you were working in local radio, did you?
First of all,
what?
Thanks to Lionel Trains.
Oh,
because
yeah.
Lionel Trains, I don't know how old they are though.
100 years old. They
Yeah.
Right? We're just.
I bet Alan, who is also having a birthday today, will probably know. Our producer of this show would probably know how old Lionel Trains is. But they've got some history.
He does. He
And they're at the Opry Mills Mall,
Yeah.
and you can probably ask and get all the information there.
So big thanks to Omni, big thanks to Lionel, and big thanks to the Predators and giving up their time today for this show. When you were in local radio, did you do any of the promotions before or during or after the games?
Oh.
Were you ever asked to do any of that stuff?
I was part of all of that.
Were you?
Yes. I remember, I think I did a New Year's Eve hootenanny with, Okay, who can work on New Year's Eve, Devon?
Yeah.
Well, it was a Tim McGraw thing, and Tim McGraw was there, and he's part of the new bobblehead series.
Yeah. And
So-
he's always been part of the big fan of this team and a supporter. He's always
Absolutely.
been about after every goal
I like
and all that.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
I want some more.
And the guy doesn't
Yeah.
age, by the way, and he's
No.
never been more tan in his life. He's
No.
amazing. I'm going to tell you a story just in a little bit about something I got involved with. But let's get to our next guest.
I know. Her name is Emily Ham.
Mm-hmm.
And you are Vice President of Special Sales. And tell us a little bit about, now, the idea of California closets and VIP seating at the Preds. How does that go together? Because I never would have put that together, but man, has it come together well.
Absolutely. It's been a very busy off-season for us. A part of that being a lot of multi-million-dollar renovation projects throughout the building, but one of those is the expansion of our new premier club, California Closet Studio, and really the just concept behind it was to provide this elevated experience within our building. We have our Lexus Lounge, our Yingling Flight Deck, our Eurostone Club, but we wanted to grow and expand, just from an experience standpoint with our fans, and to be able to add a new elevated club within our building was very, very special with us and important. And so along with our partners at California Closets, with their access to their curated finishes and design elements, we wanted to bring that into the space and provide just from high-end finishes and overall look of the space. We wanted to really capture that, and I think we've done a really great job, and I can't wait for fans and our members to see it. The club itself is so special just from where it's located within the building. It has access to all Nashville Predators games, all Bridgestone Arena events, as well as SEC and NCAA tournaments. But just from an amenity standpoint, members in the space will have access to elevated food and beverage. Just from viewpoints, you're looking directly at the stage for shows. You're in the attack twice zone for hockey. And so we're very excited to be opening this space on October 10th.
The attack zone, by the way, is where the Preds are coming to you. There's 3 periods. I know you know all this, but for people that the attack zone. Yeah, that's important. So where is this physically located? Give me a visual.
Yeah. So on our lower suite level, at the top of section 114, we removed 4 suites and about 200 lower level seats within that section to create about a 4,000 square foot club. It expands through the concourse on our lower suite level. So there's a true lounge space that has a viewpoint to all of the action in front of you, but then it also has a designated food and beverage serving areas and private restrooms for the members.
What? Okay, so first of all, does it feel like you're in a closet?
It does not. It does not.
I
think everyone will be surprised when they see inside of the space. You see California Closet Studio. It's a fun, unique twist on the name. But when you go in, you'll see what California Closets can offer just from a finish standpoint. I mean,
wow.
Just some of the elements that we've incorporated from California Closets and their products, it makes the club really special, and it looks like nothing within our building.
So how do you get in there? What is, are there games?
Absolutely.
A special handshake or something?
we should create one.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
No, it's exclusive to 85 members each night. So we do have limited seating available in the club to date, just working through our premium seating department if there is interest. But it overall has been a project that we've been excited to expand, and it will be a very exclusive and high-end experience.
How do you become a member?
Call Premium Seating at Bridgestone Arena, and we would love to onboard you as a member.
Is that clearly on the website?
It is.
Walk me through
Absolutely.
this?
If you visit CaliforniaClosetStudio.com, there's more information on just overall amenities of the space, renderings of the space, and contact information on how to secure memberships.
Now, Emily, this is a cool thing too, is because you are a Nashville native.
I am.
And so there are a lot of people who get imported in for the Predators. Let's just face it, hockey, but you've been here the entirety of hockey's life in Nashville. So tell us a little bit about how you ended up working with the Nashville Predators.
Absolutely. I started going to games with my dad when I was 5 or 6 years old. We sat in section 303 until I started picking up on a few words. Yeah, okay. When I started picking up on the chants, we moved a couple sections over. But my dad is still a season ticket holder. I have always loved the Nashville Predators. I went to school for communication studies. Never really, looked into sports management at all. I found myself working at Vanderbilt Athletics for a year, and then started, shortly after that, working at Bridgestone Arena in a guest experience role, and then I transitioned into premium seating, and the rest is history there. I love creating those just special moments for our members and our fans, and to be able to work on this project and kind of put a stamp on it and have this space open within our building is very special to me.
I love that girl dad experiences kind of led to this, and I think that's just amazing. Emily, thank you for being on our show today.
Appreciate it.
Good luck this season.
Thank you. And you guys have to come see California Closet Studio.
Oh, okay.
Twist our arms, okay? Premier Seating, you can find that all. Now, the website is?
CaliforniaClosetStudio.com.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Racing season is underway, and the Lionel Racing Retail Store at Opry Mills, Nashville has a die-cast car for every fan, from classic cup cars to recent checkered flag winners. So make plans to make your next pit stop at the Lionel store in Opry Mills, Nashville, and drive away with a collectible die-cast car from your favorite driver. Lionel Racing is the official die-cast car of NASCAR, the choice of champions. Visit LionelNashville.com or call 615-455-9399.
at Bongo Java, come see us at the Omni Nashville.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Devon O'Day, along with
John Dwyer, as we have a Taste of Nashville Predators edition. Back in 1998, they had all these types of gimmicky things to get people, because hockey we didn't know in the South, right? Yeah. Were you part of that? Did you do a few things? I did one quickly. I was a human puck. Between periods, they had this big catapult, and they put you in this inner tube, and they put a vest on you and a helmet, and they slung it back, and you were to go in the goal. And I still hurt from, I twisted 180 as I'm going and you don't think you're going that fast, but Yeah,
it's
and
ice.
I hit the back of the post, and you could hear collectively 17,000 go, oh. And so I don't know if they do that anymore. I don't know
You're
how many
probably the reason they don't.
How many waivers like it was skydiving. I just had to sign my life away. Anyway, that was my one memory of being there during one of those antics on ice.
I just remember a life-size poster of Drake Barahowski that I got for what I did. So.
And you still have it.
And I still have it.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and he hasn't aged a bit, I'm sure.
No, he's beautiful.
He's a hunk.
He's a pretty man.
He's a pretty man.
Yeah. He's a reason to like hockey.
Yeah, he is. No, they're just good young men.
You know my other love at the hockey games?
It begins with 3 syllables, right?
Yes.
Zamboni. Yeah.
Yes. And now we have Nigel Schnarr, because that is a good Viking name. And you are the director of ice operations?
I am, yes.
That is the coolest job ever. How do you get to do that?
Well, you kind of got to work your way up. You learn the science of, making a sheet of ice, and especially here in the South, it's a little tougher, but the more you learn, the higher up you can go, and the better you are at it, then the professional teams want to grab you and keep you, I guess.
I mean, but this is the place where people are normally sitting for a concert, and then all of a sudden it's covered with ice. Is there a special floor you float out or something that you put on?
We do. It's an insulated subfloor. It kind of goes on like a checkerboard almost. It's like a big giant puzzle that kind of just lays over top of the ice, and it insulates it, so you're not really going to lose any temperature. Whatever I set the concrete floor underneath the ice at, that's pretty much what the ice is going to stay at through the duration till we uncover it the next day.
So to be clear, the ice never goes away during the season. You just cover it for concerts and so forth, right?
Correct. Yeah, we only put it in once a year, and that's before the season starts, and we take it out, in the beginning of summer when the season's over. So any show that you go to during the duration of hockey season, the ice is under that. So whether it's, just a regular concert, or it's a dirt show, a rodeo, monster trucks.
What?
It's under there, yeah.
You didn't know that, girl? The ice stays
I didn't know that. I didn't know that they had a rodeo going on and there's ice underneath it.
No.
I mean, but I do know that when you walk in, you go, why is it so chilly in here? Because it's hard to keep it temperate to people who are there.
Yeah, so there's a fine line. You have to, look at your ice conditions, and also you have to look at what's going on outside as well, too. So, Saturday's game, we still had the remnants of the hurricane lingering around. Mm-hmm. So that outside temperatures weren't necessarily ideal, so we had to really kind of keep it cooled off in the building and try to keep all that outside. And so that's why you're looking at, sometimes it's colder, sometimes it's not, but we do have to look at, are the fans comfortable as well? But you have to put the best, show forward and let the guys, have the best product out there to play on.
How do you become a Zamboni driver?
Mm-hmm.
Are you the guy?
Yeah.
I can train, yes, but like I was a rink rat growing up. So
a rink rat.
Yeah, I was
that.
always around the rink, and the Zambonis always intrigued me. And I needed a part-time job right out of college, and I got on with a rink. And they asked me, like, "Are you interested in driving?" Well, sure. And so from there, you can get trained. You just need a regular driver's license. But to get to the professional level, like your AHL, NHL. You do have to become a certified ice technician, and U.S. Ice Rinks offers a few courses and stuff to be able to do that. So,
I just figured you just had to figure out how to not leave one little sliver undone, right? Isn't that
yeah?
Isn't
The
that
pattern is
the people
the
stay
first
up at
thing
night,
you
right?
learn. Yep.
They're worried about that, so you have to train for that. So you can do that.
Yes. Yep. I've got 2 full-time guys that work under me, and they're great. They make me look good. But yeah, I can. I've been training quite a few people come through. So.
Okay, so I want to ride on the Zamboni. I want to do that. Can civilians like vie for that spot or
yes.
every?
So on the website under the community relations, I think it's under the community relations tab. You can give a donation. It used to be $100. I don't know what it is now, but that donation goes to the Predators Foundation, and then you can. Some people get it for birthdays, but. You know, basically just a donation to the federation, to the foundation, and you can ride during either pregame or intermissions.
Is there an age limit? Like, do you have kids that ever ride?
I believe it's 6 years old.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Is there an age limit the other way?
As long as you can, as long as you can climb up the machine.
Right, just let right.
It's going to be very chilly the rest of the show. I think.
Right,
I didn't mean to.
There is an ice floor under us right now here at the Omni. It's brand new. Okay, there's hockey ice, but there's also, I love to go to see performance ice skating. So is it a difference in the ice when you have the ice skating, like for instance, when Scott Hamilton brings in his Scott Hamilton and Friends, is it different ice for performance than for hockey?
I'm a little bit. We do warm it up a little bit. So let's say during an NHL game, I like to keep the concrete slab around 16 degrees. That usually produces an ice surface temperature of around 21 degrees. And for when you go into figure skating, they like it a little softer because they're doing jumps. And they're also, when they land with that toe pick, the harder the ice, the more brittle it's going to be, and it'll have a tendency to blow out. So you keep it a little bit softer, and it'll kind of groove into the ice instead of blowing it out.
And you want that whoosh whenever you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You just got me. There it is. Before we let you go, getting in the weeds here, okay? Is it just ice? Is it distilled water? Is it just H2O? Is there chemicals in there? Give me something that I wouldn't know.
It starts as basic city water, but we do run a reverse osmosis system with it, and we take the hardness out. So I can kind of fluctuate the total dissolved solids in the water, and usually I'll bump that down. If you get it too pure, it can get a little brittle. If you get it too high on the TDS range, then it doesn't skate well.
You didn't know that. Yeah.
It's a science. It's very much a science.
That is just, I had no idea that all this was going on. And so the next time you're taking in a show or whatever, just know the day's ice down there. And Nigel Schnarr is all about the ice. All about that ice.
I love that. Is there any? We need to watch. Let's throw a little bit of the Cumberland in here, just to water.
Well, we did that when we had the flood.
Yeah, you didn't mean to.
Didn't have to.
Didn't mean to. But.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you, Nigel, and you're one of the behind-the-scenes guys that makes. When nobody complains, that's a good day, right?
Yes, no news is good news for me. So.
Well. Walking distance from us, where we are here at the Omni, that's where you will find all of the Predators games. Remember, opening night is October 10th, and you get your free t-shirt. You might get one of these. I'm just saying, there's all sorts of good stuff. Make sure you go get your tickets to go see the Nashville Predators right away. And thank you to Lionel Trainings for bringing us this show.
And also Omni Hotel.
Yeah.
11 years strong. So we appreciate all their support throughout the. We've been doing this a couple of years now. Did you know that? I just saw an anniversary.
Time has just flown by.
I know. We haven't aged at all. Neither is Drake Barahowski.
No, he
another
hasn't.
Story for another time.
I know. Next segment, I'll tell you my Drake Barahowski story.
Oh, I can't wait. Stay tuned.
Joseph Burgoyne, Chef Tornade of the Omni Nashville Hotel. Come see us at Kitchen Notes.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
At Delta Dental of Tennessee, we know our success begins and ends with providing superior quality service, and that includes serving those who need it most. This year, we're celebrating 25 years of giving back to the community we call home. Delta Dental, along with our Smile 180 Foundation, supports Tennessee's dental colleges and oral health education, children's hospitals, free and reduced cost dental clinics, and other like-minded charities. Here's to the next 25 plus years of ensuring healthy smiles.
Welcome back to Taste of Nashville with Devon. I'm John at the Omni Hotel. Thanks to Omni and Lionel Trains. 26 years, the Predators, beginning their 26th season. This is how old I am. There was a ticket campaign, Devon, and it was at the Grand Ole Opry, and Tim McGraw, unknown guy at the time, was helped to have it. They needed to sell 12,000 season tickets, and they did it. This is the original jersey from 1998, and so just a little bit of history. And then they did these.
I have one of these.
Do you have one of these?
Yes.
Yeah, the mustard ones or whatever. Yeah, I know new Predators fans are saying, "What? No, this was one of the gold or mustard at the time." But we have our next guest is a woman that knows so much about the Predators. Been with them for nearly 20 years.
And your friend.
And Michelle Kennedy. We go back. We served on a nonprofit board many moons ago. It's so great to see you. Now president, alternative governor of the Predators. What an exciting season. Trying to keep interest, sell tickets, stay competitive in a very competitive hockey world. And wow, have you had an off season?
Yeah,
Holy smokeroonies.
It has been quite an exciting summer. We opened the vault. And
yes, you did.
At free agency time, we got three of the most prominent free agents on the market. We got Steven Stamkos from Tampa, and his credential list is long. He's the Lightning's all-time leading scorer. He won 2 scoring titles in the NHL. He is the second leading scorer in all of the NHL since 2008, 2009. He's won two Stanley Cups. He was a big get. So you would think, cool, the Preds had a great day. We didn't stop.
No, you didn't.
So then we get Jonathan Marchessault. And Jonathan has been around the league for a long time. He's probably most known for winning a Stanley Cup and being the MVP of that Stanley Cup final with the Vegas Golden Knights. And then, again, I think we're probably finished.
Yeah, you're done.
Nope, that's just on the offensive side. Now we're going to move over to the D side. And we acquired a guy named Brady Shea, S-K-J-E-I. Doesn't really sound like it spelled. But he played for the Panthers not the Panthers, that's the football team. He played for the Hurricanes most recently. And he is a defenseman whose stats continue to get better every year. So the best is ahead of him, and now he's a Pred. And so we also did some internal free agency recruiting. We re-signed UC Saros, who is a familiar name to most of our fans. Re-signed Alexander Carrier, and then we also from the outside brought Scott Wedgwood from the Dallas Stars to be our backup goaltender. So,
other than that,
pretty slow summer. Other than that,
I think it's fabulous. You can say all their names. I mean, that alone. I mean, it's like, wow. She said all the letters. That's the hardest part, I think, to announcing hockey too, is that it's such an international sport.
It is.
And they all come together here, and trying to teach Middle Tennesseans how to say these names it's an effort.
Sometimes we pivot toward just calling them by their number. Okay. When the name gets really complicated, just go, oh, great job, 8.
Or you always add E at the end, like if your name is Camp, it's Campy. Hey, Campy, or you guys, that's a hockey thing.
Yep.
The beautiful thing about free agency and about Nashville is not only do you have a history of people wanting to, and opposing teams that come here, Devon, they like to stay here an extra, I mean, they want to come to Nashville. Having Nashville in Middle Tennessee as a quality of life destination, I know that that has always played very well for recruiting and getting the best, because they want not only to be with a good franchise, but in a great area. And Nashville sells it in spades, right?
Yeah, it really does. We often say that there were really two events that sort of were our coming out party as a hockey town. One was when we hosted the All-Star game here in 2016, and it was just the best of Nashville. Everyone came together to put on such a great party for days and days and days, and so people still talk about that all the time. And then we were very fortunate quickly after that to go to the Stanley Cup final, which was just, you know, the imagery of all the gold down Broadway still runs on a loop in our offices, and it really is. It's a great destination. There's no state income tax. That helps when you're recruiting guys who make the kind of money these guys make. That's always a big deal. And then it is a wonderful place for families. All the players who play here end up loving it. A lot of players who play here, who only played here for a short period of time, ended up retiring in Nashville. So it is a terrific place. Now, we want them to love where they live, but we also want them to be extremely competitive. That's something that Barry says all the time. See, I don't want players who just want to come here to retire. I want players that want to come here to win. And so I think in this free agency class that we're talking about, we certainly added some serial winners to an already strong roster.
And I think that what you don't also have in a lot of pro sports teams is the continuity of having Barry Trotz be the first coach. And he's told me at the NHL draft in 1998 in Buffalo, he pulled me aside and said, you know, John, I'm not going to be the coach to get us to the playoffs. I'm a developmental coach. Somebody else will get us there. Well, of course, that's not the case. And to have him back, I think that thread is important.
Yeah.
To have him, and then Andrew Burnett, one of the first players, to be the coach. You want to win it all. We want the trip down Broadway with the cup, but I just think that's a really cool thing that you don't find in pro sports.
It's been wonderful. So it was almost like last year, the 25th anniversary season was Barry's first season as a GM. He was our first coach, and our first year coach that year was the first guy who scored the first goal in Preds history.
That's right.
It's almost like our marketing team was dictating what we were doing last year. But it has been really special, and you know, we feel like we have an especially unique organization and the family feel, and so all of those elements certainly mean a lot. Barry has come back absolutely to bring the first Stanley Cup. Unlike what he told you in Buffalo, he is the guy that came back to win the first Stanley Cup for this organization. And if you think about that Stanley Cup final, how cool is that parade going to be on West End Avenue, on Broadway? It's going to be so fun. Yeah, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement for this season. Our fans are fired up. They love all that we did this off season. They love the team that we finished with last year. And so when you add everything that we have over the summer, it just creates so much enthusiasm. We start actually on, as we've said on the show before, on October 10th, and we start with Dallas. The significance of that is that most of the prognosticators in hockey this year identify both Nashville and Dallas as 1 and 2 in our division.
Wow.
And they also identify them as 2 of the teams that are most likely to be in the run at the end of everything. So we start off strong with a great opponent.
You're going to want to be there October 10th. Get the free T-shirt. Get all the good stuff. And make sure that you got tickets to see Nashville Predators hockey, right?
I think it's just fantastic. I cannot believe it's been 26 years. You've been with the franchise for 16 of those. And the thing that I love among the things about the Predators is we talk about these high premium seats and so forth. You can go fairly inexpensive to get a ticket, and there's no bad seats, really. I don't care if you're in 303 or whatever. I think it's a family-friendly environment, and it is relatively affordable.
Absolutely, and there are so many different kinds of ticket packs.
Right.
I mean, if you go to NashvillePredators.com, it's not one size fits all, but we have something for everyone. So Absolutely get in there, and once you're in there, the game environment is second to none. Both the hockey that you're going to see on the ice, but also the game presentation. It's fun. You know, we often say that we are unapologetically irreverent. We do hockey our way, and that's what you'll see when you come to a Preds game. So please come out and join us. It's going to be a season to remember, so be a part of it.
Fantastic. Michelle Kennedy, President, Nashville Predators. Good luck. Have a great season.
Thank you very much.
Hey, stay with us. We're going to talk about the charity element that the Predators always have. And of course, when you talk charity and you talk Predators, you're talking Delta Dental in Middle Tennessee. Missy Acosta will be our next guest.
Step into the Lionel retail store at Opry Mills, Nashville, and you'll be captivated by all the magic of the 124-year history of Lionel trains. Whether you're already a train enthusiast or just getting started, Lionel will energize your love for trains. NASCAR fan? Come check out your local Lionel station to learn all there is to know about model trains and die-cast NASCAR collectibles. Visit LionelNashville.com or call 615-455-9399.
He shoots, and he scores!
Hi, I'm Carmen at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Come see us at the Macara Spa.
Welcome back to Taste of Nashville with Tennessee Radio Hall of Famer, Devon O'Day. I have to say that once. It's in my contract, every show. John Dwyer. And when you think hockey, why wouldn't you think mouth, teeth, things going on there?
Well, absolutely. And but also you think about good hearts, because I mean, I'm still between the PD Preds Foundation or whatever that works with Parkinson's, which is one of my causes that I believe strongly in, or anything with heart. The Predators Foundation does so much good everywhere, and always at the helm of anything with heart and the Predators is always Delta Dental of Middle Tennessee, and Missy Acosta is with us. This is the part of hockey that I love to talk about, because there's so. How much money do you think has been raised over the course of having the Predators here when it comes to charity
For
events?
their foundation? Millions.
Millions and millions
They
of dollars.
gave away almost $1 million last year. So
Just last year.
Yeah. So take that back to when they first came here. And that's the Nashville community is so generous. And the hockey players, I've had the privilege of meeting some through the years. They're always so gracious to be engaged in the Nashville community, and it's beautiful. And as Michelle said, a lot of people love to come here to play. They want to win, but they love the Nashville community.
And I love now there is a connection with teeth and hockey. Even Drake Verahowski, as pretty as he is, had to have some teeth done. You know.
Yes.
Let's just put it this way, because it's a dangerous thing. What is the program that you put aside so that children who participate in hockey can protect their teeth?
Yes, we started probably 17 years ago now working with the Nashville Predators. It was our first sports marketing agreement. And we provide mouth guards to all of the youth hockey players that are associated with the Predators teams. And those are free of charge. They have the hook, loop so that they're attached to the helmets the way the kids need to be. But that was very important. And that first year, Jordan Tutu was one of the players who really got out and advocated for us and talked about the importance of wearing a mouth guard, not just to protect the teeth, but Jordan would tell you it also helps prevent concussion. And a lot of the coaches and others will tell you it does help prevent concussion.
What a sweet man. You just brought back some memories. He grew up in the Inuit, I believe, up in Canada, and during a warm day at practice, we were covering and doing some interviews afterwards, and Jordan was in the middle of the ice. He wanted to stay. He had missed being home, and he needed to feel cold. I'm like, what is he doing? He's like, that's just Jordan. By the way, what number was Jordan? I'm just going to put you on the spot. Jordan was number 22.
Oh,
yeah,
See?
number 22. Yeah, I thought that was
Had no idea.
that was pretty good. Hockey players, by nature, the way they grow up, usually parents are getting up at 5 a.m. to take them to the ice. They come from really good home. It's not surprising that hockey players in general and the Predators do what they do, right? I mean, it's a wonderful, they're nice young men.
Yes.
And good looking, right?
And
pretty,
their families too. Their families come out and participate. There'll be some events where the wives will, like a Toys for Tots, for example, the wives might be at the door taking the toys from the fans as they're coming in the doors, and they'll go out and do things. It really is a family sport, and that's a beautiful thing for me.
Story after story of the Predators team that they'll be over at the Vanderbilt Children's Hospital, just shakes and howdies and giving out little nashes to the kids that are there who are dealing with things that we can't even imagine what they're going through. But it just lifts these kids up. You work with a lot of organizations that help children, and let's talk a little bit about March of Dimes, because that's so near and dear to your heart.
Yes, I'm a candidate this year for the March of Dimes Champion of the Year, so I'm excited about that, but I need donations. I'm not going for raising the most money. I want to raise the most awareness, so thank you so much for bringing March of Dimes into this conversation.
People forget that March of Dimes, I remember being little and carrying those little milk cartons that said March of Dimes, and you go door to door and collect dimes. It's grown since then.
It has, and it's so important because it is for the moms and babies. And Tennessee is ranked 33rd in terms of infant mortality. And so this is a statistic that we really want to change. There is a relation between oral health and prenatal health. Persons or women with periodontal disease may have a higher risk of low birth weight and preterm babies. So I want to get that word out so that moms think about when they're expecting a baby, they have a lot of doctor's appointments that they have to go through. Don't forget to schedule that dentist appointment, because it is so important to make sure you have a healthy mouth, because it could impact the birth of your baby.
So moving forward for the 26th season, what are some of the programs, and talk about this relationship moving forward?
One of the things I'm most excited about is opening night should be the premiere of the new Delta Dental Kids Zone.
What?
Yes.
You just buried the lead. What do you got? Tell us. This is awesome.
The Kids Zone used to be a section around the backside of the arena concourse. The Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame has moved out, so all of their stuff is in storage until they have a new home at the new stadium. In the meantime, what the Preds have done is take that space, and they're creating play opportunities for kids before the games.
Oh, great.
So it's going to be a lot of fun. I had a sneak peek in there the other night. There's a little mini hockey rink in there, and there's going to be a lot of other fun things. I think air hockey might be in there. They have some cornhole, things like that. So just activities to keep the kids a little busy before the game, and possibly during intermissions.
Wear them out.
Yes, NashvillePredators.com to get your tickets. Opening night, October 10th. And of course, DeltaDentalTN.com. And that's where you go for all things Delta Dental. Thank you, Missy.
Thank you.
What a really fun show. Congratulations to the Predators making it year 26.
I know, but we got one more guest. We got one more guest, and we're going to talk about the reason we're here. We are literally walking distance from where the Predators will be playing. Where do I park? I don't know. The Omni. How about let's go to Bar Lines and have something good to eat? We'll tell you all about it coming up.
Sarah at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Come see us at Barline.
Racing season is underway, and the Lionel Racing Retail Store at Opry Mills, Nashville has a die-cast car for every fan, from classic cup cars to recent checkered flag winners. So make plans to make your next pit stop at the Lionel store in Opry Mills, Nashville, and drive away with a collectible die-cast car from your favorite driver. Lionel Racing is the official die-cast car of NASCAR, the choice of champions. Visit LionelNashville.com or call 615-455-9399.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
Welcome back, Taste of Nashville. I'm Devon O'Day.
I'm John Dwyer. We're talking Nashville Predators beginning season 26. Remember when the building was built, the Bridgestone Arena? It was called the Nashville Arena at the time.
Right.
Didn't have any sponsorship. And there was a front area, like Fifth and Broad was kind of the front door, and there was kind of the back that's not the way it is anymore. The campus downtown, you can go all around the Nashville Arena and you'll find bars and restaurants, and you'll find one of the best ones run by this guy right here.
Yes, Devon Murphy, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
From Barlines, and Barlines is the best hang in this town. It's where they, for as long as it's temperate outside, you've got those big doors to the street open. There's live music, and the food is fantastic.
Absolutely, yes. And speaking about the Predators, we even did a tribute cocktail for them. The Smashville 25, it's still on our menu. It sells very well. We support local businesses as well. So we have Pickers Vodka. We put some blue curacao on the bottom, simple syrup, lemon juice, and we top it with some Sprite, and it gives you that yellow and blue to the Predators colors. So it's really excellent.
I was going to bolt after the show. I think I'm going to stay and might have to sample it. But it is the street appeal of what you have, and it doesn't matter if there's a Predators game going on or it's a Tuesday at 2 p.m. There always feels like there's something going on there, live music, there's a vibe there. Just talk about that.
Yeah, Barlines kind of reminds me of when I go to a Predators game. I moved here from Orlando, and I had never really been to too many hockey games, and the first game that I went to last season was when they won in overtime. They scored like 10 seconds apart at the very end in the fourth quarter, and I was hooked, and the building was electric, and it kind of reminds me of like how Barlines is when we're rocking and rolling, so it's excellent.
And what are some of the special, have there been some menu changes for this new season?
So we're always constantly doing food specials. We're doing wing specials. Every Thursday we switch up our wings and our sandwich specials, so we always have something fresh, always have something tasty, and we'll have something for you.
And one heck of a good burger.
Absolutely.
I'm going to tell you, it's so good.
Absolutely. Our special right now is a jalapeno burger, so if anybody's interested for a little spice before the game or after the game, Barlines is your spot.
Speaking after the game, how late are you? You do the after party of all after parties after a Preds game is at Barlines. So how late do you stay open and serve food?
Yeah, so Sunday through Thursday we open until 12 a.m. And we serve food right up until close, and then Friday and Saturdays we're open until 1 a.m. Serve food right up in there, so we can get you before the game, after the game, if you want a snack before, and then a meal after, just a drink after. We have live music, have the door open if it's warm enough, and everybody's having a good time.
Live music is always part of that, and we've had several guests here that play. If you're an aspiring musician, how do you get in line to maybe audition or be part of the
yeah,
on the schedule?
If anybody,
I have no talent. It's not going to be me. But
I go, are you holding out?
no, you do not want me singing.
No, if anybody is interested and they want it, you can always feel free to DM us on our Instagram at Barlines Nashville, and we'll be more than happy to check it out. And if we're interested, we'll reach out and get back to you.
Good deal.
I just love it. Well, if people are going to be in for a party, can you make reservations for a group and say, hey, we're going to take our after party, but we want to make sure we have a table? Do you take reservations at Bar Lines?
So Bar Lines is first come, first serve. However,
Okay.
we do have a private area that if you do have enough people and you do want to get something more formal, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, a 3-course meal, but if you want to have a section, you know, we can definitely get that as well, but we have to set that up a little differently. But
okay.
Yeah, if you come in, it's first come, first serve. Sit wherever you like, sit at the bar. We have lots of space for you.
And when I say it's not typical bar food, you can get your typical bar food, but it's always up a notch.
Always
up a notch.
We're always trying to look out for, you know, for everybody. You know, we have gluten-free fryers, so we fry all of our tots are gluten-free, our French fries are gluten-free, our chicken wings are gluten-free, and which is a really big surprise for people that do have some dietary conditions, and we're able to help to, you know, get them what they need.
100% of the time, whenever I come down and I stop in there and I'm like, well, it's too crowded. No, you'll work with you. Somebody will move down a seat and all that. I've never had an issue of getting in there and getting good quick service because you know you're on the clock to do that. So hats off to you. You've been doing this a while.
Yep, thank you so much. I've been here November will be 2 years for me, coming from Orlando, and I love Nashville. I don't ever want to go back home, so.
I love it. And if it's the day after a hockey game, the Bloody Marys that you serve in Bar Lines, I have heard, and on many lists, it ends up number 1 or number 2 on the list.
Absolutely.
All over Nashville is the top Bloody Mary in this town.
Absolutely, yep. And once again, another local company that we use. So always supporting.
Isn't that cool? Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you again for having me for the second time.
Yeah,
I'm at the join the show.
Yeah.
I know,
that's
you're
right.
it.
His
you're
agent
it.
called and we said, okay, we can work it in. No, awesome. Devon, good seeing you, man.
Thank you so much.
Big thank you to Lionel Trains for being one of our sponsors, and of course to the Omni Nashville. It's one of my favorite places. They've got Bob's Steakhouse. They've got Kitchen Notes where we are right now, and of course we've got Bar Lines. And they've got Bongo Java, which is the wonderful place to go and get your coffee.
What about the spa?
Oh yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah, the spa.
I've just lost her.
I know. Don't even get me started on the spa. But I'm in this mode right now.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Okay, Drake Barahowski. Want to know the story?
All right, quick.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
well,
one of the first Predators players.
Predators players, a few years ago, 52 years old, birthday January 3rd. Used to have a life-size picture of him in my office. Okay, Mindy McCready stole him from me. No, I'm just joking. We never dated, but I did meet him, and I remember being seated at this place where the you know, the radio people got to sit for a special occasion, and he came up and he how they flipped the puck, and he kind of with the ice, and he turned and smiled, and you know that little Steve Stunning thing that goes ding.
That's your Drake story.
And I go, ah, you know, and I think about that and giggle.
Yeah, and you were
just
a puddle
like a girl
right next
yeah.
to the ice.
And then I did find out.
All over.
I will say that my friend Dr. Jody Jones, he is the Predators dentist, and so and people say, "I love your smile, Devon." I'm like, Dr. Jody Jones. See?
Right here.
Yeah. Ding. See, just like Drake Barahowski.
Okay. She's still not over Drake. You don't.
Never
I'm just letting
be
you know
over.
It's not going to happen. I hate to break your heart.
Pretty man.
But a really fun show. Thanks for all the guests we had here for the Nashville Predators. It's going to be another great season. They are committed. They've spent a boatload of money in the summer. You heard Michelle Kennedy talk about that. It should be another fantastic season with Barry Trotz and Andrew Burnett, the head coach. Good stuff going on for the Predators, and thank you for letting us highlight them.
That's right. NashvillePredators.com, October 10th. Don't forget. We'll be joining you next season with all that is Nashville for Taste of Nashville. All this from Main Street Media of Tennessee. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for joining us.